Hello, Rockport. Lamentations 3, beginning in verse 22, one of my favorite passages, says, "The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. The Lord is my portion, says my soul, therefore I will hope in him. The Lord is good to those who wait for him, to the soul who seeks him. It is good that one should wait quietly for the salvation of the Lord." I want to just give you a quick update here. Been a crazy couple of weeks. First of all, just to thank you for your prayers. I'm feeling much better. At this moment, Amy still has symptoms, so keep praying for her as for others. I also wanted to thank you for helping us try to put an end to this little outbreak we had this past week. I'm very grateful that only 6 or 7 of our families have been afflicted that we know of. But I'm also sorry for any of those who have been. And so we continue to pray for the ones that are still dealing with this illness. But I'm also thankful for all of you who made the willing sacrifice this past Sunday not to come. And I know that sounds so strange. But as elders, we had a little bit of a dilemma on our hands because there were several families that we knew were ill. And some had been at the shower and at church. And so our choice was either to cancel the service altogether and go virtual only, which we didn't really want to have to do, or do what we did and ask those of you who may have been exposed to make the sacrifice of not coming this one Sunday. And you did, and I really appreciate it, because that allowed those who hadn't been exposed and or who maybe are already immune to the virus to come and to continue together in worship. And so that's why we did what we did, and it seemed to be the best option at the time. Our hope is that in doing this, we've been able to stop the spread within our own congregation so it won't reach any more families. And Lord willing, at least at this point, it seems to have been successful. So we'll watch things this week. And if by God's grace no one else gets ill in the next day or two, that'll be good. And we can face Easter without much concern. So again, thank you for being willing. I know it's a sacrifice. It is for me. I mean, I hate having to miss, and I missed 2 Sundays because of this thing. And so I'm going to really be glad when we put this whole thing behind us. Now, my original hope in the back of my mind, I didn't share it because I didn't want to, I don't want to get ahead of myself. But, I really had hoped within myself that we might have been able to come together in a single service by Easter. I really would have liked to have seen that. Unfortunately, this means we can't. Just having this thing this week, so not yet anyway. And so we're going to continue with 2 services for the next couple of weeks, see how things play out, and then the elders and I will reevaluate. But my hope is, so I'm inviting you to pray with me, my hope is that there'll be no more cases in the next couple of weeks. And given that, many have already had the virus, and others are being vaccinated, and that we could be in a place to look here really soon at coming back to Sunday school, getting nursery rolling, moving toward a single service. I know it seems like I keep saying that. Circumstances change, and we have to be wise in our reevaluating. But that is my prayer, and I'm really inviting you to join me that God would see fit to let us move forward. So pray with me. Remember to pray for those who are still dealing with this illness, that they'll get over it quickly. Pray that no one else in our fellowship comes down with it. And then pray for these 3 specific things that we're going to need in order to have Sunday school and all these things. First of all, we're really going to need someone who is willing to take the infants' Sunday school class. Cindy Bame has done it wonderfully for many years, but she would like to take a break from that. And so we need someone, maybe a couple of people, to step up. It's really important. It's a real blessing for our women's class especially, for moms to be able to come and be involved and participate freely. And so, pray and maybe volunteer that you could help us with this. Second, we're going to need someone to take the young women's Sunday school class, the young women's teen class. Stephanie Hodges did a wonderful job with that, but of course she and Peter have moved on to help replant Rockport Baptist Church. So that's a need. And then third, we're going to need a great many in our congregation who are willing to help minister to our young families by caring for the babies in the nursery. That's an important ministry to be able for young families who want to use the nursery, especially visitors, but also our own, to be able to have that freedom. And our goal would be to have enough people doing that so that you won't have to do so, but maybe every other month or so. But please be ready to respond to that. Those are three very important things. And so hopefully we'll see this happening here pretty quickly. Now, I'm really looking forward to this Sunday, even though it's not going to quite be like I'd hoped. But we're going to have the opportunity again to celebrate the resurrection of Jesus and to hear once again those wonderful words that have changed everything, that He is risen. And yes, He is risen indeed. So, love you guys. I have missed you while I was out. Looking forward to seeing you. And let's continue to seek the Lord and look forward to what He's going to do, I think, here pretty quickly. And Jesus, we ask. Amen.